Have you ever wondered what powers life on Earth? It's the sun. This giant ball of fire in space bathes our planet in energy, providing the warmth and light necessary for life. Without it, Earth would be a cold, dark and lifeless place, unable to support the diverse ecosystems we see today. But luckily for us, plants have figured out how to harness the sun's energy in a remarkable way. They've been doing it for billions of years, evolving and adapting to make the most of the sunlight. It's a process we call photosynthesis, a complex and fascinating mechanism. Plants are like nature's solar panels, capturing sunlight and converting it into a form of energy they can use. They capture sunlight and convert it into a form of energy they can use to grow and thrive, producing oxygen as a byproduct. This process is essential not just for plants, but for all life on Earth, forming the foundation of our food chain. Without plants, there would be no oxygen to breathe and no food to eat, making life as we know it impossible. Think about that for a moment. Every breath we take and every meal we eat is thanks to the sun's energy. That delicious salad you had for lunch, it's a direct result of photosynthesis. That's the sun's energy, captured by plants and transformed into something we can enjoy. Amazing, isn't it? Now let's dive deeper into the fascinating world of photosynthesis and see how plants perform this incredible feat, turning sunlight into life. Photosynthesis is like a magic trick, but instead of pulling a rabbit out of a hat, plants use sunlight to create food. It's a fascinating process that happens every day, right before our eyes, yet often goes unnoticed. It all happens inside tiny structures within plant cells called chloroplasts. These chloroplasts are the real heroes of the plant world, working tirelessly to keep the plant alive and thriving. These chloroplasts are like tiny factories, bustling with activity as they work to convert light energy into chemical energy. Imagine a bustling city with each chloroplast acting as a power plant, generating the energy needed for the plant to grow and flourish. Here's the basic recipe. Plants take in carbon dioxide from the air through small openings called stomata on their leaves. These stomata act like tiny mouths, opening and closing to regulate the intake of carbon dioxide and the release of oxygen. They also absorb water through their roots. The roots act like straws, drawing up water and essential nutrients from the soil to nourish the plant. Then, using the energy from sunlight, they combine these ingredients to make glucose, a type of sugar that plants use for energy. This glucose is like the plant's fuel, powering its growth and development. As a bonus, this process releases oxygen into the atmosphere. This oxygen is a byproduct of photosynthesis, but it's incredibly important for all living creatures on Earth. That's the very same oxygen we breathe. Every breath we take is thanks to the hard work of plants and their amazing photosynthesis process. So not only do plants provide us with food, but they also give us the air we need to survive. From the fruits and vegetables we eat to the oxygen we breathe, plants are essential to our existence. Talk about a win-win situation. Plants truly are the unsung heroes of our planet, providing us with so much and asking for so little in return. Have you ever wondered why plants are green? It's because of a special pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is like the solar panel of a plant cell. It's found inside the chloroplasts and acts like an antenna, capturing light energy from the sun. When sunlight hits a plant's leaves, chlorophyll molecules get excited. They absorb certain wavelengths of light, primarily red and blue, and reflect green light, which is why we see plants as green. This absorbed light energy is then used to power the chemical reactions that transform carbon dioxide and water into glucose. Chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis, acting as the bridge between the sun's energy and the plant's ability to create its own food. Now, let's talk about glucose, the star of the photosynthesis show. This tiny molecule plays a huge role in the life of plants, and by extension in our lives too. Glucose is a simple sugar, but it's packed with energy. It's like a tiny battery, storing the sun's energy in a form that can be used by living organisms. Think of it as the plant's primary source of fuel. Without glucose, plants wouldn't have the energy to grow, reproduce, or carry out essential functions. Plants can use glucose immediately for growth and other processes, or they can store it for later use. This storage is crucial for their survival, especially during times when sunlight is scarce. This stored energy is what we benefit from when we eat plants or animals that have eaten plants. It's a direct transfer of the sun's energy into our bodies. The energy we get from food ultimately comes from the sun, captured and transformed by plants through photosynthesis. This process is a beautiful example of nature's efficiency. It's like a cosmic game of pass the parcel, with the sun providing the initial gift of energy, plants wrapping it up as glucose and then sharing it with the rest of the ecosystem. This energy transfer is vital for all living beings. Photosynthesis is a fundamental process that sustains virtually all life on Earth. Without it, the food chain would collapse and life as we know it would cease to exist. It's the engine that drives our planet's food chain and keeps the cycle of life turning. Every bite we take is a testament to the incredible power of photosynthesis and the magic of glucose.